Hello and welcome to Anfield Road TV. It's another one. It's another, obviously, League Cup semi-final watch-along. Who have you got? I've got Arsenal. I'd like Newcastle to win tonight, everyone. Welcome. If there's any Geordies, is there any, obviously, Arsenal fans as well? Welcome to Anfield Road TV. We do plenty of watch-alongs, mainly, obviously, Premier League and Champions League football. Of course, as always, as the live stream will be tomorrow, as it always is the case. Obviously, is Anfield Index, which I'm hoping it is a very good result tomorrow night. Hopefully, it's a bit similar to the big win that we had against Tottenham. Because I tell you what, I'd like us to win some form of trophy. Obviously, the League Cup is not on the top of the priority list, but I think Liverpool can very much get one foot into the final if that is possible. Come what tomorrow night. But obviously we will be obviously doing a watch along on Anfield Index. Obviously, Mark and one of the mods, can you please drop in obviously Anfield Index's channel link in the comments as well? Be very much appreciated. If not, obviously the in the description as well. That's where you can find Anfield Index on all social media platforms as well. So hopefully we'll see you over there. And obviously for tonight's proceedings, it's going to be a big game for obviously Newcastle. I think certainly if they can get their hold of a trophy after a very long time anyway, I think it'd be massive really for the Geordies, especially in terms of their developments. Obviously, the new ownership over the last couple of years as well. No more Mike Ashley, which is absolutely massive for them. Obviously, massively hindered their developments, as we know. But obviously, with the new ownership and certainly with Arsenal not doing it in the Premier League over the last couple of seasons. They didn't win it. They didn't win the Premier League, of course, but certainly I think for their fans this season, they should be at least winning the league title anyway. But thankfully, Liverpool are in a very positive position ahead of them anyway. But in terms of the home side, obviously it's David Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Lewis Skelly, Thomas Partey, Odegaard, Rice, Martinelli, Havertz, and Trossard for Arsenal tonight. And of course, the away team, Newcastle have turned up very strong as well. It'd be interesting. I'm hoping Liverpool kind of rotate tomorrow, but obviously it wouldn't be surprising if we do see a similar strength teams compared to these teams that we will be watching tonight. Obviously, with the Accrington Stanley game on the horizon for Liverpool, but for Newcastle, Dubravka in goal, Livramento, Botman, Lewis Hall, Dan Burn as well, Tonali, Jolinton, Willock, Murphy, Isaac, and Gordon. And again, another opportunity for me as a neutral, and certainly if there's any neutrals in the comments tonight, let us know. I just love watching Isaac play, especially when he's fit. He's one of the most deadly strikers in world football, as we know. And can he get Newcastle with maybe 1 foot into the final anyway? It'll be interesting tonight. Chat, get your score predictions in the comment section below as well. For me, I'm gonna go with, I'm anticipating an Arsenal win, but my heart, in terms of, I don't really want Arsenal to win, if I'm being honest, because I've got quite a lot of Geordie mates anyway, very close mates, and I want them to go through, just mainly because of them. So I'm gonna go. Obviously, it's only the first leg tonight, so I'd like to see a. Obviously, we should have had a high scoring game last night. Obviously, with the Forest game, obviously Forest, big up to them, winning 3-0. More goals from Wolves from their point of view, anyway. But for me, I'm gonna go with a two. I'm gonna go 2-1, 2-1 Newcastle. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below on those start 11s. Obviously, Arsenal's route to the semis, obviously beating Bolton 5-1, beating Preston 3-0, and of course in the previous round, obviously beating Crystal Palace 3-2 at home. And as you can see there, Newcastle's run to the semi-finals, beating Forest, beating Wimbledon, beating Chelsea, and beating Brentford as well. So you'd certainly say Newcastle's run to the final, to the semi-final, tonight, was a lot more difficult than obviously Arsenal's in the campaign anyway. Of course, Arsenal winning this trophy, no, it was the FA Cup anyway. Obviously, the higher you do finish in the Premier League, the latter stages you do reach in these competitions, in the League Cup and of course in the FA Cup as well, which is a bit mad because I think it should be all fair game for everyone, especially when there's this debate that is quite rife in regards to obviously the lower league teams. obviously the scrapping. I think I was watching the overlap episode today. It was great as always, and we were just discussing the revenue for a lot of the other teams down there in terms of League One, League Two as well. And I think it'll be interesting. I like the way in the League Cup it goes straight to penalties. Chat, let us know your thoughts on that. But for me, I think the fact that you can go straight to penalties, say if say Wimbledon drew somehow, or even Salford, that are playing Manchester City. Is it Manchester City or Man United, whoever they're playing, in this round anyway, the FA Cup next week. Yeah, it'd be mad. Obviously, with the revenue and the gate receipts, if you are playing away from home, are absolutely massive, and you can very much keep teams up down there in League Ones and League Twos. I think the more money in this competition for the lower league teams, I think it's obviously the allure of the League Cup and the FA Cup has very much lost its shine, very much so in terms of the last couple of, say, the last 10, 15 years, really. I think even still, one of my favourite memories as a young lad watching Liverpool was that 2006 FA Cup final. Probably my earliest memory, really, of watching Liverpool, because yeah, mad, going absolutely berserk in the front room of my dad and my family and all that, and it was just a mad moment, really. And Steven Gerrard, just scored in that FA Cup final. Oh, well, it was obviously the goal that really clinched it, really. Obviously with the draw, obviously, and then Liverpool doing the business in extra time and all that good stuff as well. But obviously that Gerrard goal against West Ham was absolutely massive. But chat, yeah, so I do love the FA Cup, do love the League Cup. I know everyone's priority, and rightly so, is obviously the Champions League and the Premier League. But I think in terms of Liverpool and certainly other teams like Newcastle, like Arsenal as well, tonight, you're looking at certain players on the peripheral of these squads, on the fringes, really knocking on the door, really, of the managers and trying to get into the first team. And I think with Liverpool, the way in regards to how we deal with the FA Cup and the League Cup as well, I think it's just been good to very much blood in some youngsters, but certainly get more minutes into very much players on the fringes and get players up to speed, really. Looking at Ebu, looking at Conor Bradley, tomorrow's game as well. So fingers crossed that is the case. Big up there, Fabian. How are we, lads? Nice one for tuning in, mate. Hope you had a very good Tuesday evening, everyone. Absolute legends. And if you haven't already done so, do drop a like on the video. Massively does help out. Panov, lads, how are we? Yeah, Panov's gone with a 1-0 to Newcastle. Tell you, that would be a very good result for the Toon Army. Mark, how are we, mate? Good to see you in the comments, mate, as always. Thank you once again, la. But yeah, everyone's just saying it. I had a few. Oh, no worries, Mark. Hopefully you've managed to sort it anyway. But yeah, I'm hoping for a Newcastle win for all my mates up in Newcastle as well. But Newcastle fans are always sound for me. Everyone that I've met over the years as well, good bunch of especially Newcastle's a city, proper footballing city as well, and certainly quite similar with Scousers in terms of obviously the city and the culture as well, really. So yeah, top bunch of fans, and for me, hopefully they do the business tonight. So I think in terms of Newcastle, chat, what are we saying in terms of Newcastle's aspirations for top four? As you can see there, the fifth in the Premier League, only 1 point off Chelsea in fourth. Can they do it? Can they get back into the Champions League? I think you were looking at Monday Night Football, as we spoke about last night. If the English teams do really well in European competition, obviously the fifth place for Champions League teams will of course open up. So with Liverpool, City, and obviously Arsenal and the other teams in the competition get a bit further than we're all hoping, really. Certainly for Liverpool, I'd love us to get to the final and give us an opportunity. We've got every chance of that, but you've got to play what's in front of you and certainly not to get ahead of ourselves. Because what I learned from certainly Sunday as well, I was quite buoyant. I think a lot of us were, but that's football. United turned up out the first time in about years and put in an absolutely quality performance. Who would have known? Main thing is if you can do that against Southampton and not get beat at home. So, but yeah, it's going to be one of them, because if Forest, when you were looking on Monday Night Football, Forest, if it is to stay and if fifth place does get Champions League football based on the data. I think Forest only need 20 to 28 points in and around that ballpark as well, which is absolutely staggering when you think about it. And if you're a Forest fan, if all the other results are going as the data does suggest, as the first half of the Premier League season has gone, you'll be absolutely made up. And you're looking at Newcastle, you're looking at Bournemouth and Villa. There's so much, there's going to be so many teams competing really for the Champions League spots this season. So it's all to play for really, and certainly when you do look at Newcastle, I think once they get a bit more, couple of other players back from injury, I think they will continue to really pick up performances, really. Because as I said, been quite critical of Eddie Howe. I've said for the last couple of years, I think in terms of Newcastle progression, I think getting into the Champions League was massive, and obviously Eddie Howe played a massive part for that. But I think in terms of Newcastle making that next step, you look at a team like Aston Villa, I think Unai Emery, he's had a difficult couple of weeks in the Premier League, but I think that was, for me, really, when there was rumours of Unai Emery coming to Newcastle and he didn't quite get that move. Obviously, Newcastle brought in Eddie Howe, and I tell you, both Villa and Newcastle, I think they will be vying for the European spot this season in the Champions League, potentially, if they do keep a couple of players fit and certainly keep up the good momentum, really. Apologies there, chat. Moving the old green screen back a bit. But yeah, chat, we are obviously 8 minutes away from kickoff. And if you are new, as I said, I know we're a Liverpool channel, but everyone is welcome on the channel. Obviously, do plenty of Premier League watch-alongs. Obviously, as long as we don't do, obviously, the Liverpool watch-alongs, they are all on Anfield Index, Mark. Drop a Anfield Index's link in there, please, mate. And if you want, make sure you do head over and subscribe to, obviously, Anfield Index. It'll be pinned in the comments in a little second as well. But yeah, Callum, how are we, mate? Hope you've had a very good Tuesday, whatever you've been up to. Callum's gone with a 3-2 win to Arsenal. So yeah, we'd love goals tonight. We'd certainly love goals. But I think both teams, the way in which they play football, just mentioned Eddie Howe there. That's one thing that I can really give him credit, is the way in which he sets up his teams. He's not a defensive-minded coach. Obviously, certainly Newcastle, over the last couple of years, have certainly had a very good defensive record compared to the other teams in, certainly in the Premier League, in and around them, from like 4th to like 8th, really. That's why, obviously, the catalyst that season that they did get in the Champions League 2 seasons ago, their defensive record was absolutely exceptional. I think that's key to Newcastle's success as well is certainly, for me, one of my favourite goalkeepers in the Premier League is Nick Pope. I think if they can get Nick Pope back to the Nick Pope that we all know, in terms of certainly Newcastle fans, he's been massively imperative, really, in terms of their development over the last couple of seasons. I think getting him back to full fitness and certainly back in form as well. It wouldn't be a Newcastle away end if they didn't have the shirts off. Go ahead, the Geordies, I tell you. Very brave indeed. Yeah, go ahead. But yeah, obviously the players are coming out of the tunnel in a little second. Obviously Dan Burn and the lads. Interesting that Ben White's not obviously on the bench tonight. I think he's still out injured. Is any Gunners in the chat? Let us know how far he's coming back, really. So I think they massively need him back to full fitness, Arsenal. Big up there, Kev, lad. Certainly not talking about me there, Kev, lad. Woo! How you doing, Kev? Hope you're having a good night, mate, anyway. And say hello to the fanbo and all that. But yeah, Kev will and make sure you do head over to Spider LFC. I'm going to give Kev a massive kick up the backside. Want to start promoting Kev's channels and everything, because he's been a massive help on the channel as well, coming on, being a guest over the last couple of years as well. So I'm trying to drive everyone over to Kev as well, and everyone that really has helped me out over the last couple of years as well. Any way I can possibly help in terms of getting people, like, help in terms of YouTube or social media, in terms of like TikTok or whatnot. I was just speaking to Connor this week as well, in terms of trying to help him in terms of TikTok. As I said, I don't know the magic formula. As I said, just go out and just do content that you enjoy, certainly, and hopefully you get a bit of traction. As I said, I didn't expect anyone to be watching my videos 7, 8 years ago, and here we are now doing watch-alongs and especially doing watch-alongs with Anfield Index as well, which is a very big privilege for me, and made up with that. And certainly, hopefully, it's a very successful season for the Reds. And just help anyone really, as I said, because obviously that's my background really in terms of media, graphics, and obviously videography is and everything that. So all that jazz, as they say. But big up there, Zane. Yesterday, my reverse psychology never worked. So today, Zane is hoping for an Arsenal win. Zane, nice one, lad. Score prediction, Zane. 5-0 Arsenal. As I said, it's I think mainly for the final. Not just that I do. Obviously, you don't really want to be coming up against Arsenal, but even still, if it was Newcastle in the final and Liverpool did get past, obviously, the game against Tottenham, we need to get past Tottenham first. But I tell you what, that would be one mad Wembley trip. The Scousers and the Geordies descending down south. That would be amazing. It would be one. It would be one party. Because Scousers and Geordies, for the best part, really do get on. As I said, similarities in cities and everything. But Kev, who are you going with for this game? I'm going for the Reds to be Arsenal biased in that case. Yeah, there we go. Obviously, Thomas Partey, Odegaard, Rice in the midfield tonight. Who's up? Be interesting. Apologies there, chat. I should have always get the hiccups when you're on live. But quickly go through the bench for both teams. I think the main thing for Arsenal, you've got Saka out injured, as we know, for a couple of months now. It'll be a while since he's back, until he's back, really. Ben White's still out. Wanyeri, if you missed it, the young, obviously, right winger for Arsenal. He's been one of their star players this season. He's out for a couple of weeks by the looks of it. I think he's done his hamstring, which is not the best, because you look at Arsenal now, say if they were to get an injury to either Gabriel, Martinelli, Havertz or Trossard, they will be quite stretched. I think the only backup in an attacking sense for Arsenal that they would have would be Gabriel Jesus and obviously Raheem Sterling. But other than that, not really a lot of squad depth. But as it is the case, you never wish injuries on any team. As I said, they are part and parcel of the season for everyone. But certainly sometimes you do need a bit of luck along the way, for your personal team, for that matter as well. But yeah, it should be an absolutely cracker tonight, chat. Hopefully you will join us tonight, because fingers crossed, it's the game that we're all anticipating. Obviously, that game last night that we did get, obviously the Wolves Forest game. I think Wolves last night, as we said on the watch along, probably had the better chances in that first opening 45, even though they did get beat 3-0 Wolves. They certainly did have big opportunities in that game, and I think when you get into semi-finals, speaking from a Liverpool point of view, from all of us, when we get into semi-finals, finals, Champions League finals as well, and obviously how successful Liverpool have been, it's just all about taking your chances, especially if Newcastle do get them. There's no better striker in world football at this moment in time that you want the ball falling to, and that's Isaac. Has been linked with Arsenal, has been linked with a whole host of top-level teams anyway. But especially if Newcastle can get Champions League football, would go a very long way in terms of keeping Isaac and keeping their top players as well. But obviously, it's mad how FFP works, because obviously, under the Mike Ashley era with Newcastle, they didn't really have to spend a lot, really. And we are fastly approaching kick-off here, chat. But Newcastle in the famous black and white strip, shooting from right to left. And here we go. Arsenal fans with North London forever. No weather. It's such a bad tune. I'm sorry, chap, but is that just me? They're just trying to be like us. I'm sorry. You'll never walk alone, mate. Yeah. Geordie, there we go. I was waiting for you, lads. Geordie, sync up the watch along tonight, lads. We're all Newcastle tonight. Apart from apologies to any new Arsenal fans in here tonight. Good luck to you as well. Well, for me, I've gone with a 2-1 Newcastle win. Georgie, score prediction, lads. As I said, if you are watching the match tonight or listening to the audio commentary, we'll give our best to you, lads. And good luck tonight, mate. Obviously, we've got a big game tomorrow. But yeah, there we go. Songs, big up that. As I said, got to pump it up. But say you what, big up their songs. Pump up the volume. I don't know, in terms of the atmosphere, mate, or in terms of the stream, lads, because I can kind of, I think I have slightly turned it up there. Songs, it might be just because I'm a bit further away from the mic, mate. Probably that one. Obviously, Arsenal pressing quite high up here. Big up their songs, lads. Hope you had a good Tuesday. Ball over the top now for Arsenal. Newcastle dealt with that really well. Is that going to be an early free kick? It will be down this right-hand channel. Kai Havertz. Not the best of tackles, really. But what you do get with Kai Havertz is that ability to press from the front, really. Very surprised Gabriel Jesus hasn't started here tonight, chat. Obviously, scoring, was it a hat-trick against Crystal Palace in the earlier round? But tell you what, Newcastle, what are you doing here? Very long searching ball to try and find Joe Willock there. Yeah, fingers crossed there. Mark. Ball through here. Willock. Isaac. He's found Willock on the right-hand side, the penalty area. Oh, not the best option there from Willock. Really needed to get that ball through. As a potential counter-attack here for Arsenal. Oh, Declan Rice, what's he doing? Slowed the transition down far too much there. Timber. As the Emirates chance. Arsenal. I'll tell you, them and Chelsea have got the worst chance in England. I'm sorry. Chelsea. Surely got more songs than that. Good tackle there from Gordon. It's one thing you get with Gordon. As I said, with Kai Havertz there. Well, it's the modern-day striker. Lovely ball over the top here. Isaac, can he get a shot off on goal? Needs a bit of support. He's found... Oh, Joelinton, lads. It's landed back in Newcastle, that ball, lads. But I tell you what, a lovely ball over the top. Newcastle have started that really well. Ball over the top of the Arsenal back line. Very surprisingly, unlike Saliba, it was quite a fair bit back there. But I'll tell you what, Isaac between the lines of any defence. He's caused us trouble when he's played Liverpool. Tell you, what a joy to watch. Newcastle, I'll tell you what, quite a fair bit of long balls from both teams here. Trying to get that ball forward. Yeah, 100% their songs. Bruno Guimaraes. Quality player, man. Very surprised Newcastle got him all those years ago, but was linked with the likes of Liverpool and City, but just goes to show the aspirations of Newcastle with the new ownership group and just Newcastle in general, because as we said last night, I do class Newcastle as a sleeping giant, really, because obviously the famous Bobby Robson, what a man. What he done for football was amazing, man. One of my favourite managers. Absolutely one of the best footballing people around. Sir Bobby. Ball into the penalty area for Arsenal. Joelinton cleared, not the best one. I tell you what, Gordon, he needs to do better than that. Both him and Joelinton just headed that straight out into the path of Arsenal. Ball over the top here now. Arsenal deep searching cross. And Livramento, the former Southampton fullback, just getting rid of that and putting it out for a corner. So here we go. Stoke City 2.0. Loading up that corner. Get it into the mixer. Oh, on. It's not Arteta. It's Pulis ball. Here we go. They're all queuing up at the back. Just get your Stoke City kits on, boys. That'll fly in the back of the net. Big up there, Andrew. How are we, lads? No, didn't watch that last night, mate. Was it good? So I say, obviously WWE's just gone to Netflix, hasn't it? Which is massive for them as an organisation. More eyes on the WWE. Ball into the penalty area now for Arsenal. And after all that, Timber's just gone out for a goal kick anyway. So yeah, this is Arsenal. It just baffles me. Is any Arsenal fans in the chat here tonight? What's happened? Like, what has happened in terms of Arteta taking you backwards? Like, yeah, like, I get, obviously, set pieces have always been a part of football anyway, even 100 and bloody odd year history, but it's madness. Tonali, lovely flick round the corner there. Tonali, he's found Lewis Hall down the left-hand side. Can he get a ball in? Oh, a bit of a very disappointing ball by Lewis Hall. Obviously did get an assist last week at Old Trafford. Lewis Hall, he spun him. Oh, I tell you what. Trossard got done there on the byline. And Newcastle have still got it there down the left-hand side. Tonali. No, that's not possible there, Andrew. Obviously, just do me watch-alongs and me solos now. Apologise, lad. Ball down the right-hand side here now. Livramento. Ball into the penalty area. Gordon. Shot on target. Should have done better, really, initially, Gordon. Headed that ball across the penalty area. Newcastle really pressing quite high up here. Yeah, 100% there, Jody. Yeah, Jody, have you synced up the clock that I'm on here, mate? Obviously, if you're ahead or whatnot. Do that last, so obviously, I don't know if you would. I'm trying to listen to the commentators. Who's commentating? Oh, get up. Never a foul, man. As Gordon's saying to the line over there. Yeah, it's the commentary are classing as a naive tackle, but for me, Trossard just went down far too easy there. Modern day footballers, la. Yeah, there'll be an opportunity again. For Arsenal to whip this in. Just right-hand side of the Newcastle penalty area now. Favours a left footer. See Odegaard in swinger now. Odegaard, ball into the penalty area. Cleared by Gordon. Martinelli, snapshot. Silly. Gabriel. Oh! What a chance. Ball was ricocheting all over the gaff. Unfortunate enough for Newcastle, it fell to the feet of Dubravka. It was Martinelli and then Saliba had a shot. It bounced off Dan Burns' back and somehow Dubravka's got that under his control. Big opportunity there for Arsenal. But fair enough. It was a good block initially by Tonali. Yeah, Dan Burn. Obviously. Yeah, Lewis Hall really done really well there. Just to get an outstretched foot. Just really limited that opportunity for the Arsenal attackers. Newcastle down the right-hand side now. Sven Botman back to full fitness. Oh, what a ball. If he can keep that in, Gordon. Unlucky there. But I'll tell you what, that would have been a ridiculous ball from Sven Botman. Absolutely Van Dijk-esque with that little diag there. Tell you what, poor touch by Raya there. Livramento, Tonali over the top. And unlucky there. But certainly David Raya getting away with that, really. Absolutely horrendous from his distribution. Just messing with one of my Geordie mates. Said to them, good luck for tonight. Yeah. Yeah, Geordie was disappointing there, wasn't he? Certainly Arsenal going down this left-hand side. Lewis Skelly. Another young Arsenal player coming through the ranks. Big hopes for him. Arsenal. Ball over the top. Can Martinelli get on the end of this? Tell you what, he's got Trossard ahead of him. Martinelli. He's going forward. Not that. I'll tell you what, Martinelli needs to do better there, even being honest. Needs to get his head up a bit more earlier down that left-hand channel and just wrap that ball to the back post. Because he got Trossard running there. So poor by Martinelli. That's one thing that I do say about Martinelli. Keeps hold of the ball far too long for my liking, really. He's a player with such pace about his game. Well, I suppose with many wingers in the Premier League, it's always that final ball with some of them that makes or breaks them being a top elite level winger in European football. Ball into the penalty area now. I tell you what, Timber, that should be 1-0. That should be 1-0. He's literally under the crossbar. I'll tell you what, he's got away from one of the new... It was Lewis Hall. It was awful defending by Lewis Hall. I tell you what, he's so static there, Hall. Oh, what a chance. And Newcastle, you've got away with that one. Yeah. Dodds, if you're watching tonight, lad, good luck. Good luck, lad. Happy days there, Dodds. Ball over the top now. Joelinton. Tell you what, it's a good opportunity here down the left. Gordon. Can he run at Timber? He certainly can. He's got that, Gordon, inside the penalty area. Needs a bit of oh, it's a poor ball by Jacob Murphy. Newcastle have still got it just inside the Arsenal penalty area. Need to keep hold of possession. Don't do nothing stupid. But what an opportunity that was for Newcastle. Gordon ran across. Diagonally across from left to right of that Arsenal penalty area. He needed a bit of support down that right-hand side from Livramento. He's far too deep on that transition. Havertz. Little flick round the corner. Tell you what a start to this game. Trossard. Down the left-hand side now. Ball down the left-hand channel now. Martinelli needs to... That's going to be some battle that down that left-hand flank. Both players. Ball behind. As I said, that lovely defending by Jacob Murphy. Tell you what, good defensive work. Ball down the right-hand channel. Isaac. He's got Saliba ahead of him. Needs a bit of support. Needs to get his head up the Swedish. The big lad. Oh, he's done really well here, Isaac. Inside the penalty area. Oh, it's just behind Gordon. Lewis Hall. What a chance for Newcastle. Tonali. Over the bar. But what an opportunity. Very similar to the chance we seen from Wolves last night. Isaac, he just gets past Saliba and, if I'm being honest, far too easy. Just runs at him, just shifts his right foot. And he's looking for Gordon. And Gordon, he's just got too excited inside the penalty area. He's just ran Far too quick there to the front post. Just needs to bide his time there. Isaac, obviously, his excellent goal scoring prowess, Isaac, but it's certainly his build-up play that is really good as well. But certainly a very promising start for Newcastle. But yeah, Isaac down the left to Tonali. Diagonal switch here now. Lovely little switch from Tonali. Born to penalty here. Straight to David Raya. And Arsenal springing a counter-attack here. Gabriel Martinelli. He's got Havertz ahead of him on the left. He's carried on Martinelli. He's took it quite central. Trossard now. Very poor by Odegaard, if I'm being honest. That is absolutely horrendous. Odegaard was so lazy there. Trossard needs an option down that right-hand flank. And Odegaard is far too passive. Like, he just needs to be... Give your teammate at least a shout there. But Arsenal down that right-hand side, with no Saka, with no Wanyeri as well, they're quite bare down that right-hand side from an attacking sense. Obviously, Trossard and Martinelli, they are switching quite regular on either side. It's going to be a goal kick there. But I tell you what a signing Lewis Hall's been, chat, for Newcastle. From what I've seen this season, certainly since he's come into Newcastle, obviously I think everyone looked at Newcastle going, why are you spending that much on Lewis Hall? But obviously one of the best left backs, certainly in English football at this moment in time. Got plenty of years ahead of him in terms of his development. Well, since he's come into Newcastle, not always started really for the Toon Army. But obviously when he has to bide his time really. Obviously that's allowed Dan Burn to go centrally. Really, obviously with the injuries as well and suspensions. I think Fabian Schär was a massive miss tonight coming into this game. Obviously, Dan Burn has certainly been operating over the last couple of years, left back in certain areas, certain seasons. One of the tallest players in the Premier League. But Lewis Hall very touch tight to Trossard tonight. Timber still got it down the right-hand side here. But if Newcastle can just speed that ball up when they do get it in and around the Arsenal penalty area and just transition it a lot quicker. Obviously, Arsenal playing through the lines here really well from David Raya. Just bypassed the Newcastle attack here. Rice needs to pick his head up. But Thomas Partey just slowed that attack down absolutely twofold there. That'll be interesting, Andrew. Obviously, it'll be a lot of teams will be in for him, lad. Obviously, a player of his talent. We spoke about that last night, didn't we? In terms of we've all used chat. Mad to think that Musiala was at Chelsea's academy at one stage. One of the many of the great players that Chelsea have just let go too early, really, in their development. Obviously, they have just stockpiled talent, haven't they, over the years? Odegaard, ball down the left. That is awful. That is absolutely awful by Martinelli. Now Martinelli and Livramento are both down here. But for me, the ball's there to be there. The ball's there to be won by Livramento. Arsenal fans are whinging, saying he's gone in too rash there. But, mate, Martinelli, lad. But in terms of... That was so slow by Martinelli to react there. Obviously, a miscommunication by him and Rice. But even still, at least take the onus on that and just try and anticipate that ball. And it frustrates me with some footballers. Just expecting the ball to come to them rather than them trying to get the ball. Obviously, Martinelli, from an Arsenal point of view, any Arsenal fans tuning in here tonight, he is back up. Obviously, Arsenal don't want any more injuries in that attacking line. Obviously, with Saka and Wanyeri already out. Tony, lads, how are we, mate? Yeah, you going with a 2-2 draw, mate? I went with a 2-1 Newcastle win. I don't know where a couple of people went Newcastle wins as well. Some have went Arsenal as well. But fully expected to be a lot of goals tonight. Oh, little dummy there from Odegaard. It's gone straight to a Newcastle player, though. Trossard down the right. He's got Lewis Hall ahead of him. Tell you what, it's great work rate from the Newcastle midfielders. I think that's one thing since Joelinton's come to the Premier League. Obviously, he come as a striker, really, or a centre forward from the Bundesliga. Obviously, Eddie Howe and the lads have very much transitioned him into a workhorse central midfielder. So he's not just that, but he's certainly got a lot of footballing qualities on the ball as well. I do find that mad, like how they've managed that, but certainly the data lads have looked at him and said he certainly can do a job in midfield, and he's never looked back, really. Joelinton, a big fan favourite up on Tyneside. Punched by Dubravka there. Lewis Skelly. Tell you what, would have been a good ball, but there was a far too much pace on that ball from Lewis Skelly. Tell you what, Newcastle players were quite slow in terms of getting out in that transition. Just allowing Arsenal to try and pick the ball up on the edge of the penalty area and just try and find nearly Timber down that right-hand side. Would have been a very good opportunity. Tell you what, we're already halfway through the first opening 45 minutes. Livermento need to be careful here not to lose the ball. Arsenal's high press. Trossard. But who, as we were just saying there, who else is going to be there? Big Joe. Big Joelinton. Thomas Partey now. Odegaard needs to open up his body, really. Try and shift that ball onto the left. But certainly Tonali, it's good to see him back anyway, from what he's been through anyway. But I think certainly getting him back on the football pitch, doing what he loves, really, that's the most important thing. Because I tell you, what a sign he's been for Newcastle. Obviously, we played him a couple of times in the Champions League, didn't we, Reds? Obviously, for AC Milan. Tyler Morton pocketed him a couple of times. Opportunity here for Isaac. Lovely ball to find Murphy down the right-hand side. Needs to get his head up and pick up the right ball here, Murphy. Isaac's gone down in the penalty area. He's appealing for a penalty here, Isaac. Judging from... Let's have a little look. Obviously, let's have a little look here on that second replay. Let's have a little look at Isaac. Who blocks him off here? So Isaac, it was a lovely ball. Everyone speaks about Isaac's goal-scoring ability, but it's about his build-up play as well. I tell you what, that's a bit of a naughty little touch there. Trossard knows exactly what he's done there, and that should have been a foul. How the referee has not seen that is beyond me. He's right in front of it. But Newcastle have got a corner anyway. Obviously, if that contact was inside the penalty area, VAR would have got in. I think they've got VAR in the semis, haven't they, chat? All good, so. Cheers, mate. Yeah, because it's all Premier League sides in the semis. We'd expect them to have VAR. Is Gordon rocking a mullet? I know I certainly wouldn't suit a mullet. Might go Arnie Schloss again. I was quite lucky that. I think we were unbeaten. Go on. Yeah, say fair play, Gordon, lads. Ball over the top. I see a boyhood Reds as well. Nice one, so. Yeah, I thought there was. Obviously, commentators just said there. Which makes sense with all four Premier League teams all in the semis. Oh, here we are. Oh. Oh. Oh, far from it, lad. Far from it. It was bad enough you plaiting that, the man bun that he had. Chat, I do apologise for that man bun. And, in lockdown. Hope you're well, Clout. I've had a good day anyway, mate. And you're looking after yourself. Say hello to your ma. For me. And everyone else as well. Whoever you're with. Obviously, Chloe's allegiances tonight are, of course, to Arsenal. So, ball through here. Ball over the top here. What is there, chat? I need to sort my camera out. Probably because his camera is old anyway. Does that keep on going off for you, chat? On the stream? I'll have to sort my wires out. I just need to so let us know. Yeah, me too. Hello, Rachel. Hope you're looking after the club. Have you done a tea? Yes. But, party. So yeah, 27 minutes in here, chat. I think Arsenal won't be best too pleased with the way in which he started. Odegaard's been non-existent, but he can switch it within a matter of seconds, really, can't he? Trossard. Gabriel! Shot wide there. Tell you what, fair enough. This goes to show how poor Arsenal have been in and around the Newcastle penalty area. You've got to caveat that, though, with how well Newcastle have defended in terms of getting into their shape. Not allowing the shots. Obviously, especially when you got centre-half shooting. Newcastle would be very happy with Gabriel and Saliba if they just start to popping off shots. Ball forward here now for Newcastle. Oh, lucky boy there, Gabriel, lad. Happy New Year now, lad. Ball down the left now. All the way back to David Raya. Tell you what. Isaac. David Raya's been a bit slower tonight in terms of his distribution. It's a poor touch by Willock there. But that's allowed Arsenal to play out from the back. It's a 2-on-2 for Arsenal. Martinelli bearing down on goal. Martinelli. Oh, he's absolutely walloped the post. First time opportunity. First big opportunity for Arsenal. And Gabriel Martinelli, why he's not gone across the goal and shot. Or even teed up Kai Havertz. But for me, if I'm being critical, he needs to be scoring that. Very promising for Arsenal. First time tonight that they've actually got in behind this Newcastle back line. Obviously with Martinelli's pace, causes absolutely carnage for every other opposition defence. It's a warning sign for Newcastle. And again, there's far too much space here for Arsenal. Newcastle have dropped off over the last 2 minutes. Martinelli inside the penalty area now. Needs to get his head up here. Skelly. Ball to Trossard. Odegaard. Oh, it's over the bar. But the atmosphere is building here, chat. Odegaard and the space is opening up for this Newcastle side. So you what? I think the energy levels for Newcastle over the last couple of minutes really dropped off. They give so much already in the game, but I know we're all only in January, but obviously both teams are fielding. They're more or less the big boys. Yeah, should have went across, didn't he, there? So, shot down the bottom left corner. Should have had to beat him on the front post, Martinelli. Corner here now for Arsenal. Oh, he's missed it! Arsenal, oh, it's an absolute scramble. And Isaac is screaming at the referee. So you was like pinball there in the penalty area. Bounce, 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 bounce. It's going absolutely all over the gaff. Don't even know what those noises were, but sorry, chat. Arsenal now growing in belief, growing in confidence. Ball down the left now. Martinelli. Tell you what, he's got the better of that Newcastle back line over the last 5 minutes, Martinelli. Ball forward now. Too much of a far ball there. Lewis Hall. Tell you what, fair enough. The Arsenal pressure certainly has improved really over the last 5 minutes. But it couldn't have gone any worse really from their point of view. Arsenal have weathered the Newcastle storm and obviously vice versa there now. Roles have reversed. We haven't already done so. Do drop a like on the video as well, everyone. Do share out the content. Ball over the top here now. Newcastle are breaking forward. Gordon needs to hold his run here. Isaac down the left-hand channel. Oh, so I say Gordon, lad, stay on side, man. And Isaac just threw Saliba to the ground there. Mark, it's not quite watching Liverpool, is it, Mark? Or chat? We just play the best football in world football, apart from Sunday. Chat, we're not mentioning Sunday ever again. How did we draw to that Manchester United says? I swear, if Southampton beat them this coming weekend, obviously, no, it's the FA Cup, innit? But obviously, Southampton in the league for Man United when the fixtures match week 21 comes around the corner. Ball down the left now. Lewis Hall. He spotted Isaac. He's waited. Sonali needs to play that diagonal a bit quicker. But for Newcastle tonight, chat, getting quite a lot of the best bit of plays gone down this right-hand channel of Arsenal's left. Obviously, try and get Livramento and obviously Willock. It's not as easy to get in behind Declan Rice, but I think that's certainly where if there's going to be a chance or a big chance or a goal for Newcastle, it's going to come down that right-hand side. 11 minutes to go in the first opening 45 minutes. A first leg of the League Cup. Oh, what are they doing here, Newcastle? Really struggling at this moment in time. I've been very surprised by how really Arsenal haven't really took the opportunity and really put it on. Newcastle really just put the pressure on, and they have the last 5 minutes, but even still, yeah, I'm expecting a bit more from the home side. Declan Rice, he's looking bewildered, lads. It's a foul all day, lad. All over the top here from Newcastle. Saliba dealt with it. See Isaac just prowling in and around that high line from Arsenal. And Saliba, he's carried it a good 20 yards. And then he's went backwards. That's so poor by Saliba. You've just broke the line, got in behind Newcastle's midfield there, and you've gone backwards in transition. So poor. Ball's on the left now. So you what, chat? What are we saying? Oh, did you, Tony? Chat, we were saying before, weren't we? Obviously, Bruno Guimaraes, what a player he's a quality player, Tony, isn't he? I'll tell you what, but this lad's not too bad either. Lewis Hall, wow. He's drawn her there, free kick there. Well done, lad. This little stop and turn there. Just got a foul from Lewis Hall. Trossard, sorry. Chat, is Trossard naturally blonde? Or does he just dye a little bit of his hair? It's always baffled me. Chat, do you know? I don't know, but it's a bit of a mad one. Or is he just naturally going grey? Big up to people with grey hair as well. Oh, they're in here, Newcastle! Oh, what a goal, Isaac! Oh, what a goal! Little ricochet, but tell you what, I think it's Joe Willock, does so well to just get on that ball. It's just a Nottingham ball, isn't it? It looks like a Nottingham ball originally. But Joe Willock brings it down out of the air. Bit like Zidane, really, if I'm being honest. Brings it out of the sky and a little bit of fortune, but you take that. The Geordies, is he onside? Is the main thing. It's a long searching ball. First flick on by Botman. I tell you what, it'd be interesting if he's onside, but 1-0 to Newcastle. I think he's onside, but you never know. Yeah, he's onside, chat. And a big finish by Isaac. Tell you what, put that man in any penalty area in European football, he'll find your nan in the back of the net. What a forward. Isaac. Tell you what, can't give him half an inch. Can't give him nothing. Absolutely nothing. Was Isaac cheaper than Núñez, chat? Getting the book there as well. And Newcastle going forward here now. Isaac, he's running at the Arsenal defence again. He's found Gordon. They've done this against Manchester United last week, Newcastle. Obviously, that big win at Old Trafford. But tell you what, if Newcastle can get a second goal in this game, but even still, again, Arsenal, chat. There's any Arsenal fans here? It's again tonight. Absolutely awful. Apart from that Martinelli chance that he hit the post, there's been nothing really. Oh, so good by Joe Willock, man. What a touch that was. Jacob Murphy. What a touch, man. And then Isaac does what he does best. But even still, Arsenal's defenders were just so static there. Like, they were just doing nothing. Geordie. There we go, lads. Tell you what I'd do, and what a lot of Liverpool fans would do to see Isaac up front for Liverpool. Would cost a lot of money, Geordie. And apologies to the Newcastle fans, but I don't think he'll be going anywhere. I'll tell you that straight away. Especially if Newcastle get Champions League football this season, they'll keep hold of him. Ball over the top. Dubravka. That's better. That's how you defend the penalty area, Arsenal. Take no chances. Yeah, that's the thing, though, Geordie. If anyone does get him out of your club, 150 million is cheap, if I'm being honest. Because if Isaac stays fit, that's the main thing with everyone, that like clubs that are looking at Isaac. But if you can keep Isaac fit for like 5 years, he'll win you absolutely everything, mate. His movements is a joke. His composure, everything about his game. Not saying he's at a level, but when I used to watch Thierry Henry when I was younger, it was just Henry was a joy to watch. But when you watch Isaac, for me, similar in terms of the way in which he picks up the ball and he just drives at opposition defenders. Like, he can either go left, Isaac, or down the right, but he's absolutely phenomenal, mate. And chat, was Isaac cheaper than Nunes? Or was it Nunes was more? I think Nunes, if we end up paying Everton out, it was like 85 million. Just begs the question, why didn't we go for Isaac? Because surely it couldn't have just been Newcastle that went in for him, but obviously it was a big buyout there, Geordie, though, for Newcastle. And he's worth it. And 70, whatever it was, to get Isaac out of the Real Sociedad. Was it Real Sociedad or Real Betis? One of them. I think it was Real Sociedad. Yeah, it was Real Sociedad. It's a bit like Virgil van Dijk. Like, everyone laughed at like 70, 80, the money we paid to Southampton, but you're like, worth it. It's worth it just for his left foot alone. 63 million. Party. Oh, get up, Thomas, lads. Joelton. Oh, referee, you've been absolutely conned there, mate. He's fell down, Thomas Partey, half an hour later. Yes, there's contact, but modern day footballers. Mate, Thomas Partey's got an opportunity to have a strike on the edge of the penalty area, and he's decided to just flop on the floor. 63 million, chat. Wow, for Isaac. What a signing, man. Yeah, even though we overpaid Sociedad, but now I realise how... Yeah, Geordie, don't let anyone say that you've overpaid for Isaac, mate, because you haven't. Because you look at it, what is he, 22, 23 years old, Isaac? And the thing is, if you can keep him fit, that's the big thing with Isaac. He's worth every penny, mate. And that's, in the modern climate of world football, when you're buying a striker, pocket change, really, 60-odd million. It might be a lot for you, obviously, but I think if you get a couple more Champions League finishes, especially this season, but I think Isaac, with his goals, can certainly get you Champions League football if he stays fit. 2 minutes just before half-time here, chat. But yeah, Joelton did get booked there as well, everyone. Wrongfully, for me. Yes, it was a foul, but Partey went down like half an hour too late. It's like a delay in his like hitting the floor. Tell you what, that's one big wall, that, mate. Odegaard over this free kick now. Trossard quite central to Newcastle penalty area. Odegaard. Yeah, as I said, you shall not pass, mate. That wall is about 10 foot. Especially when you got Dan Burn in there, look. Oh, what a chance. I was going to say, the BFG. Big friendly Geordie. For Dan Burn. What a save by Dubravka there. Again, it was straight at him, no, for Arsenal there. Sorry, chat. There was quite a lot happening there, really, in terms of for Martinelli. Got 15 seconds just before half-time here, chat. Probably then around about 2 minutes added on time. So I expect any. Yeah. So won't be anything more than that, really. I'll say, yeah. Oh, chat. Is my timer not been going? Hang on. Oh, chat. Oh, it's a rookie edit. Apologies there. Chat, one of you should have told me. I bet you probably have as well about me bloody timer. Apologies about that, chat, anyone watching. Here's me saying to Josie, sync up your watch along clock. Apologies about that, chat, if you wanted to sync it up. Well, yeah, I got 2 minutes left just before half time here, chat. Gordon, has he left one in? Not really. It's just one of them coming together, really. But you know, with these Arsenal players, doesn't take much to send them down. Oh. Oh, yeah. Chat. I've been that engrossed with the chat. Apologies there, Mark, as well. Oh, yeah, 1-0. Rookie header. Rookie header, chat. Blame... what am we doing? It is 1-0 Arsenal. Newcastle. Apologies, chat. Yeah, I did change that, but for some reason it didn't register. Oh, well. We go again. Second half. But, yeah. 10 seconds left in this added time. Tell you what, people are going to be tuning in and out, like, that aren't regulars on the channel. So hang on. Why aren't we stuck in time? Apologies about that, chat. Yeah, true there, Mark. It is. Rookie header there. I swear to click that button. Clearly not. I'm sure the time is going. Yeah. Arsenal. What are you doing here? Faffing about. And that is half time. Then we can actually stop the clock here because it's half time. I'll tell you what, half time here. Well, that is 1-0 to the Geordies. And 100% do deserve it as well. Tell you what, Arsenal from their point of view being very, very disappointing, if I'm being honest. But fair enough. Chat, what are we saying on that? Been impressed, have you? For me, I've been quite impressed with Newcastle, considering how strong they've come in terms of obviously the squad as well. Like, I think if you can get another goal for Newcastle, especially going back to St James's in the second leg, tell you what, that would be absolutely massive. Obviously, chat, of course. We will be live tomorrow on Anfield Index doing the watch along. Looking forward to that as always. Mark has dropped the link in the comment section below there. Everyone, if you haven't already done so, make sure you head over to Anfield Index. Subscribe on their YouTube and subscribe on all their socials as well. We'll be doing the watch alongs for all the season. But there's plenty of other great LFC content as well, whether you like your video form content, obviously your audio podcasts as well, on all your very well respected podcast channels as well in terms of Apple and Spotify and everything. But of course, if you want to subscribe, head over to Anfield Index Pro, AnfieldIndex.com as well, and obviously check out the Pro version. Obviously, just opens up a greater catalogue of great LFC content as well throughout the week and certainly throughout the season as well. And yeah, I'm already looking forward to the game tomorrow, especially if Newcastle can get a couple more goals as well. Not to say it will be an easy final if Liverpool did play Newcastle, because it certainly wouldn't be an easy one. It'd be a difficult encounter, obviously. But yeah, just Arsenal again, similar than what we've already seen this season, chat. I know Arsenal fans are obviously trying to back their team and all that, but they are struggling. And I get, obviously, injuries, of course, when you're missing the likes of Saka and Ben White and all that. But at the end of the day, you've got to figure out a way. Whether, like, if Arsenal need to very much go out and spend a bit more money and bring it in a bit more revenue as well, go out there, because you're looking at, like, Isaac tonight. Like, Arsenal have been crying out for the striker for absolutely donkey's years, really, in all honesty. Like, go out there, spend 100 odd million on Isaac, and 100 odd million for Isaac. Probably worth a bit more anyway, certainly, as we've already mentioned tonight. Probably got a price tag of 150, especially if we were to get him out of Newcastle. But like, I struggled to the life of me, really, in terms of why Arsenal have not gone out there in the market in the last couple of seasons and just gone out and got a recognised 15 to 20 goal a season striker in the Premier League, which is mad. But 50 goals for Isaac in the black and white shirt. Big up there, Georgie. And hopefully for your lads, you can certainly get a lot more this season, mate. Big up there, Hito. Hope you're well, mate. Thank you for tuning in, lads. And chat, if you haven't already done so, do smash a like on the video. Do share out the stream as well if you haven't already done so. But yeah, it'd be interesting, Hero. Obviously, I'd done a little short as well on the channel. Obviously, done a little show this morning with Kev. For me, I said on my shorts that I think Liverpool might rotate, but I think depending on how this game goes tonight, I'd expect us to go strong, but certainly just rotate in one or two areas. Potentially give either Gravenberch or McAllister a rest, and bring Endo in, and obviously Conor Bradley coming back into the starting 11. I'm hoping, mainly just to give Trent a little bit of a rest, really, in terms of that's been a very difficult week for him anyway. And mainly just, I don't think Trent would be happy to come off, but I think he'd want to put that game right, really, going into the Tottenham game to put in a very good performance, because he's certainly capable of it, turning up at Tottenham and just absolutely grabbing the game by the scruff of the neck down that right-hand side, Trent. But yeah, I'd anticipate Jota at the start, Chat, what are we saying? Get your starting 11s in for tomorrow. I'm expecting Nunes to start. I'm expecting Jota to start. And Chiesa, if he's fit. But it'll be Salah, won't it? Salah down that right-hand side. Good luck. It'd be interesting if Arne Slot turned around and said, Mo, you're not playing. It'd be like, what? Like, obviously he just wants to win every record this season, win titles. But I think Salah probably will start, but I think certainly 1 or 2 weeks, in the next couple of weeks in the future, I think we certainly need to look after Trent, like Virgil van Dijk, Alisson. We need to look after them all, really. That's certainly what our Arsenal haven't done, especially over the last 12 months, in terms of just allowing that. But yeah, Sven Botman originally for Newcastle's goal there. Yeah. Getting the initial flick on Sven Botman on the edge of the penalty area, and even still, just so poor. Like, the lack of reaction time from the Arsenal defenders there. But yeah, Odegaard. That's good. Isaac's just shoved Odegaard, but it's not malicious. It's just intelligent forward play, really. Isaac, he shoved Odegaard out of the way just in case he's anticipated. Like, my man is like 10 steps ahead of everyone inside that penalty area, and that's always the sign. Fewest games to reach 50 goals since the start of 92-93 season. Andy Cole, 50. Les Ferdinand, 84. And Isaac, 89 as well. Obviously, that was 50 goals for Newcastle. So, not too bad there, really. But, oh, look, the set piece. The set piece coaches. Why are we highlighting set piece coaches now? I get Arsenal have scored a lot of goals over the last 12 months and all that. But, like, mate, set pieces coaches were just set piece coaches like 10 years ago, 15 years ago. They've always been a part of the game. They don't deserve this Hollywood, like, press, really, to say the least. It's like, get on, like, as Roy Keane says, that's your job. That's your job. But looking at Arsenal's chances tonight, obviously the big chance from Timber, literally under the crossbar, really, and then obviously that counter-attack from Arsenal, Gabriel Martinelli, really, on the break. For me, should have been scored and should have hit that into the bottom left corner. At least went in that direction, really. He tried to catch Dubravka off on his front post, really, and that wasn't the case. And again, all Arsenal's chances tonight have been balls into the penalty area, really. It's just absolutely embarrassing, if I'm being honest. Like, Stoke City got crucified with obviously the way in which they played, obviously with Tony Pulis and Everton all those years ago. But it's mad how football has changed in the last couple of seasons as well. Like, I think if you're an Arsenal fan, of course, and it's that debate as well, obviously, with Nottingham Forest. Um, Nottingham Forest last night, very direct football team, Forest, but they're picking up results as well. It's trying to get that right balance, though, chat. It just depends. What do you feel? Would you rather, say, Liverpool, say if we had Diego Simeone, and he was very successful, would you, rather, for me, I'd rather see Liverpool just pick up 3 points. But of course, if you can play football in the right way, really, um, then certainly. But for me, Newcastle being absolutely phenomenal that first half and all made up anyway. I know, obviously, if you're a regular or if you just tuned into the channel, we are supporting Newcastle tonight because I tell you what, that will be some final at Wembley. The Geordies and the Scousers descending down south to Wembley. That will be one party, to say the least. Anyway, good morning, Jack Storm. Morning, mate. How are we, bud? And thank you very much for tuning in, mate. Hope you've had a very good start to your morning. But, for us, we've had a lot of options. Would be good to see a few fringe, but the cup would be a nice little present as well. Certainly, it just gives the team a bit of confidence, a bit of belief as well. Big up there too. Happy days, mate. Yeah, you've been fully deserving that, mate, in terms of that. Obviously, if anyone's new round here, want to keep up. I know we're a Liverpool channel, but we do plenty of Premier League shows and Champions League shows as well. So everyone's welcome too. Nice one for tuning in, bud. And how good's Isaac too? Obviously we've been waxing lyrical about him, and as is every Geordie and Newcastle supporter from around the world as well, and rightly so. I think the main thing for Newcastle is just keeping hold of him. Certainly, if you can get him in more great opportunities this season, come what the second half of the season, to get used, hopefully Champions League qualification. Fingers crossed from your point of view, mate. Yeah, he's probably one of my favourite players to watch at the minute, mate. Too. I think when he gets the ball, just drives at opposition defenders. Real class act. His natural and footballing ability, as we've seen on the goal as well, chat. Like just that, like the little shove. Arsenal fans will probably whinge about that as well. Like, oh, Odegaard was shoved. No, that's just intelligent football and play, especially from a striker like Isaac. He's anticipated that even before Joe Willock has brought that ball down like Zidane in the penalty area, as I said on the goal. But it was a lovely touch by Joe Willock inside the 6-yard penalty area. But I tell you, if Newcastle get another goal for the Geordies, they'll be absolutely sound. Absolutely sound. Especially going into the second leg. Obviously, St. James's, if you're going in with a clean sheet as well. Obviously, I had Newcastle winning this game 2-1. But I think a clean sheet will be imperative, really, for Newcastle. Even a 1-0 going to St. James's really just allows just emphasises, really, in terms of the new Arsenal would have to come to. Of course, they'd have to come to. Obviously, St. James's looking for the win, but certainly if they had a goal behind already, just pushes them a good 10, 15, 20 yards up the pitch, a bit higher in the second leg. But yeah, big up there too, and cups too as well. Yeah, certainly, it would be massive if we do face Newcastle in the final. If it is whoever, obviously that football club does deserve trophies, mainly for the fan base as well. Sleeping Giants, as I said in the first half, sleeping giant, mate. Because I think if obviously Eddie Howe, he's good, but I think long-term aspirations, if they can get a top elite level manager in at Newcastle at one stage in the future, then I think, certainly, I think top 4, top 5 is the priority, especially if the Champions League spot for English teams does get 5th, depending on obviously Liverpool and obviously City. I think all the other teams in like 6th to 8th will be cheering on Liverpool as much as it'll pain them, as much as you don't like cheering Liverpool on. But especially in Europe, the better we do, the English teams, the better chance the 5th spot is available for Champions League come what the end of the season. But yeah, nice one too. Much appreciated, mate. You're just not the only Geordie. We've got is it Geordie as well in the chat? He's a massive Geordie fan anyway. But as I said, do plenty of watch-alongs as well in terms of the Premier League. obviously League Cup, FA Cup as well. Only obviously we do our watch-longs at Anfield Index to the Liverpool games, but everyone's welcome on the chat. Everyone, in terms of, it doesn't matter what team you support. I know we're a Liverpool channel, but we talk about football. We all love football anyway. Two, do you reckon you keep hold of Isaac for like a year or two? Well, I think Champions League is going to be massive for you in that regard. In terms of getting Champions League football, we'll keep the best talent. Certainly with the Champions League revenue is massive. I think when we looked at Newcastle, certainly when in regards to the FFP, which is mad because obviously the owners have got, but obviously with the years of misery under Mike Ashley, really, you just weren't spending money. It's not like where City got taken over and then he spent about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800 over the space of like a 2-3 year period. And then all the other managers that are coming in, like it was a Guardiola, he had like what? He had Company, he had Silver, he had everyone. It's like, oh, sound. But with Newcastle, it's very different in terms of you've got the owners with a lot of money, but certainly in terms of like the core of Newcastle's squad, chat, it's blessed with individual quality in certain areas, but certainly not to an extent in which we've seen other managers coming into City and other teams in and around the Premier League. But it's just about building the foundation blocks, not just for Newcastle, but you look at Forest, if they get Champions League football this season, I think they only need about, 26, 28 points. And obviously a couple of results go their way as well. The maddest stat, chat, I think we mentioned that last night. Forest are on the same amount of points as when Leicester won the league. Can they do it? Anything can happen in football. I hope not. I hope Liverpool go on and win the league. But tell you what, could you imagine? I don't want to imagine it really because we're playing well this season, but we are. And chat, I do apologise. We'll have the ticker working properly this second half. You probably did tell me, chat, but I was that engrossed in the game. Like, it was a very good first opening 45 minutes. But I'll make sure. Second half, chat. Everyone on your second year chat. And if you are watching or listening to the second half, you can obviously sync up the commentary if you want. Obviously with the ticket that will be working this second half. There we go. Happy days. But yeah, chat. Big up to everyone that has tuned in tonight as well, everyone. And really do appreciate all the support and all the content over the last couple of weeks as well. Obviously, the match reaction will be out tomorrow night at 11. We'll keep an eye on, obviously, the short channels, whether that be TikTok or TikTok or YouTube Shorts as well. We'll do plenty of content on there as well. Martinelli now. Need to see more from Arsenal, really, because they were absolutely shambles. But I think the higher they push up there, though, chat, this Arsenal side, the more space will be getting done in behind. Just allows Isaac to run in behind. Kai Havertz. Oh, look, an Arsenal player falling down again. Yeah, never a free kick. Get up, Havertz. You are having a giraffe. Martinelli doing well there. Good close control. Yeah, big up there, Hero. I think the quicker those contracts get sorted, Hero. Or they don't, and we move on, really. Certainly, I think it would be a boost if all three lads could stay at the club. Of course it would. And for Trent, really, as well. He had a difficult game on Sunday. And I know Arne Slot said he didn't feel it got to him, but I think it is, really. It's so much speculation. Whether he is going or whether he's not. I just want to, and me and probably all of us Reds, especially from our point of view, Liverpool fans in the comments tonight, just want to see him playing to the best of his ability. Because he just helps Liverpool, really. When he plays well, when he goes forward and creates and scores, sometimes he's unstoppable. Newcastle defending really well here. Hawidatun. We ape it. Timber been quite non-existent really so far tonight, apart from that big opportunity the Dutchman had on the corner in the first half. Martinelli to Lewis Skelly again. It's down this left-hand side here now. Arsenal, Newcastle, really good defensive block. Really defending quite narrow. Space is always out there for Arsenal in the wide areas, but Newcastle want to get out and out of this game. Just got to keep on defending like they have. Be as compact as you possibly can, and especially when you do get that turnover, Newcastle in the second half, really need to transition that a bit quicker and a bit faster, really going forward. Ball's down the right now for Arsenal. Timber come quite central here. Oh, ball through the middle here. Willock needs to get his edge up. He's got Isaac. Couldn't. Is that not a foul? No. How is that not a foul on Isaac? Thomas Partey got a similar foul there, like in the first half. Arsenal down the right here. Oh, lovely pick out to find Martinelli. Ball into the penalty area. Clear by Tonali. Not the best of clearances by the Italian. And you go again, Arsenal. From a Newcastle point of view, the last couple of minutes, when they do turnover possession, need to be much cuter, really. Need to be... Just take your time on the ball and just allow the Newcastle players to get forward and pick up the positions. Like that then, Joe Willock. Kept a bit... He's done really well there. It's just allowed Livramento a bit more space down this right-hand channel. We'll see. It depends if he can just switch that ball a bit quicker. Bit more intensity, really, as well from Newcastle. They'll get him behind this Arsenal backline with quite a fair bit of ease, like they have done so far tonight. Lovely ball to pick out Isaac. Oh, what a shot! Gordon to make it 2-0! Is he onside? I think he is! But again, Isaac with a snapshot on the Newcastle goal. But who's there? Gordon on a rebound. But the quickest players to react so far tonight in the Arsenal penalty area has been the Newcastle forwards. And Isaac, again, everything he touches turns to gold. Just a little shot here. It's a lovely ball by Murphy, but it's a little snapshot there from Isaac. Just gets it out of his feet so quick. Shifts it as a shot. And then David Raya just paddies it straight to Gordon. But I tell you what, well done, Gordon, getting on the end of that. And a big goal for Newcastle. And certainly do deserve this lead away at the Emirates tonight. I tell you what, you can sit, and there's what? There's another 40 minutes in this game. If Newcastle can get one more goal in this game, they will have, for me, 1 foot already in the final with the second leg to go at St. James's. Well done. It was an intelligent attack and run from Gordon. That's what the Newcastle forwards have done well tonight. Whether it's been their other player, like they've had a shot, or they've not been flat-footed. They've always been that ability to go forward and anticipate. Most importantly, Gordon's anticipated Isaac to have a shot there. Such good reactions from Gordon down that left-hand side. But a big goal for Newcastle, and the Geordies in the travelling away end will be absolutely bouncing. Declan Rice, and that's going to be a corner for corner for Arsenal, sorry, chat. Dan Burn with an outstretched foot. That's the captain tonight, in the absence of Fabian Schär. Well, I'll tell you what, lovely jubbly from Tony's there. Big up there, Jav. 3-1 to Liverpool, fingers crossed, mate. It'll be good to see if Arsenal step it up now. They did, Mark, they did. Big up there too. Fully deserving of this, mate. He's got to keep this clean sheet now. Keep the clean sheet. It's a good punch away from Dubravka. But as I said, if you can get that second goal, there's going to be even more space the later this game goes on for Newcastle. Ball into the penalty area. Take your time, Livramento. Take your time. Murphy going forward now, down this right-hand side. He's got an lovely overlapping run there from Livramento. But Isaac, he's playing so well here tonight. He has done this season, but what a joy to watch this lad. Form he's in. Hall, inverted overlap and run. Isaac. The Newcastle players and the defenders are absolutely petrified when Isaac picks up that ball. And is that yeah, that should be a yellow card for Gordon. Yeah, will be a yellow card there for Gordon. Not a malicious about that. Just is what it is. Tackle. Very intelligent tackle there from Gordon. Just stopping the play. Take the card. Get your shape back. Oh yeah. They are, Geordie, but even still, it's good attack. It's not just good, it's an amazing attack and play from Newcastle tonight, though. Geordie. Like, what you have managed to do inside the Arsenal penalty area. Like, that first goal, the touch from Willock to bring that down, and then Isaac gets on the end of it. And even still, then Isaac's instinctive nature inside the penalty area, just to have a quick snapshot on goal, and then Gordon, the quickest to react. That's what you want from your wingers. Whether, like, we had it with Salah and Mane, just anticipating those balls. I think Sterling made a career out of it at City. Just getting at the far post. You'll get like 15, 20 goals. Oh, Dubravka. I tell you what, is offside there. Good high line there. But even still, I don't want to be hearing anything from Arsenal fans tonight again about whinging about decisions or nothing. Your team's been an absolute shambles tonight. Like, it's been a very long time since I've watched Arsenal and they've actually started playing nice football. Like, fair enough, there's no Saka and all that, but deal with it. We've dealt with it, Liverpool, over the last couple of years. When we tried to defend our league title, everyone else said in the Premier League, get on with it. That's what happens. It's why you have a big squad. Like, you can't play your starting 11 in every single game. Like, every team has to rotate. Every team gets injuries. You deal with it. You don't whinge. You've just got to graft. And certainly Newcastle have grafted here tonight. And they're winning 2-0. And rightly so. But Odegaard again. Tonali ball in. Oh, what a chance for Gordon. He's done it again, Gordon. He's just gone far too ahead of play there. Just needs to hold his run a bit. I'll tell you what a ball down that right-hand side for Tonali. By Tonali, sorry. Nearly find Gordon again. But Arsenal, they've got £100 million for midfielder here. Declan Rice, and he's done absolutely nothing tonight. But yeah, they've been shambles. 2, you will get a third, mate, the way Arsenal are playing here. far too passive. But yeah, Odegaard. I know everyone makes out, obviously, Odegaard, of course, he's got a lot of quality, but a game of this magnitude, you'd expect him to step up. And there's a transition on here. Oh, Joe Litton, lads. That would have been on 2-on-2 for Newcastle if Big Joe got that right there. Timber now. Edge of penalty area. Havertz. Havertz! I was just about to say, just before that ball went into the penalty area, tonight's game screams, if there's ever been a game of watching Arsenal over the last couple of years where they desperately crying out for an Isaac-type player, a number 9, or someone in the penalty area that buries chances. I was going to say that before even Havertz has just got that chance there. What a chance. Havertz, he's literally in the 6-yard box and he shouldered it. How's he missed? That should be 2-1. Jorginho's come on here. Jesus. Tell you what, I'm very surprised that they haven't started Jesus tonight, chat. And Thomas Partey has come off, which is understandable. Why would you be playing 2 DMs when you're 2-0 down at home? What's the chat? It was Jesus and Jorginho. Come on. That's going to be a foul. Well done. Like, Arsenal fans are screaming. Like, that's how you win trophies, mate. Like, the Newcastle players were getting in the way. Fair enough, you get a yellow card, but it just frustrates the Arsenal players. Like, don't let them time on the ball. Even when teams play up against us, don't allow us to play football. Because if you do, you get punished. Kai Havertz now down the right-hand side. Ball down. Jorginho. Oh, what's the Bravka doing, lads? Unfortunate for Newcastle. They had it under control, Newcastle, but for a split second there, you just expected that ball to ricochet to an Arsenal player. Dubravka break, like, it drops to him. He can pick it up. It's a good call by the Lino there. Fair play. But Dubravka just snapping at that, really. Just, no need to panic. He's a 2-0 up. Like, don't be jumping at opportunities like that. Of course, the Arsenal pressure will come now. But this is where the more spaces in this back line for Arsenal will open up. And this game's screaming out for the third goal on the counter-attack for Newcastle. Yeah, as Tony said, if Arsenal play like this weekend, United will fancy it. Yeah, United will absolutely wipe the floor with Arsenal if they play like they did against us. Tony, 100%. Yeah, 2. Lewis Hall, top player, man. He's had a really solid game again tonight, especially off the back of the Old Trafford game. Obviously getting that assist in that game last week. I'm sure I missed anyone's comment, apologies. Yeah, as Mark said there, he's been poor tonight, Declan Rice, though, Mark. I'd expect a player of his ability to just drive with the ball. But I tell you what, the 2 midfielders, Declan Rice and Odegaard, are so far apart on the edge of the penalty area. Ball in, cleared. Dubravka, take your time, lad. But yeah, like, there's no one really showing in the second half for Arsenal. You'd think, yeah, you're 2-0 down. Someone, like, grabbed the game. But, I don't know, far too lethargic, really. on the pitch. And it just goes to show, like, Arteta, he was starting Declan Rice and Thomas Partey at home. Like, who've even got on the bench? And the fact that they didn't start Jesus tonight as well, chat. If any Arsenal fans in, let us know your thoughts on that, because that's an absolute joke. Ball forward here now for Arsenal. Declan Rice, first time he's actually crossed the halfway line. That's going to be a corner for Arsenal. Down this left-hand channel. Joe Willock, the work rate from him and Joe Litton and Tonali tonight. It's been absolutely exceptional. Massive 28 minutes now for the Geordies to hold on in here. No, not just hold in. Hold on, because they're playing really well, Newcastle, tonight. But just to keep it defensively resolute and then look to hit Arsenal on the break as they have done tonight. And they really punished them. Ball in for Arsenal on the corner. And over the top of the bar there for Jesus. But if you ever want to know where Arsenal are this season as a neutral, watch the highlights if you haven't watched the game tonight. They are a million miles away from winning this league title this season. I'm sorry. They're always relying on set pieces. And I know they've scored 16 goals this season. But what? You can't win the title by winning, like, scoring that many set pieces, mate. I'm sorry. You need to do more on the ball. Jacob Murphy coming off. Had a very solid game, mate. Murphy and Longstaff. So Barnes has come on. Sorry, there, Charles. Yeah. Who else come off there as well? Lewis Kelly, I think, come on. Lloyd Kelly, sorry. Kelly for Murphy as well. Get up. And Newcastle going forward here. Gordon down the right-hand side. And he's got a very good throw-in down that right-hand channel. But the Arsenal players are whinging. Same old Arsenal. Always whinging. Barnes. Good Isaac. Yeah, done that one. Longstaff. For Willock. Willock off. And then Kelly. But Newcastle, certainly another goal in here for Newcastle. I can sense it. Gordon, got to be careful there, Gordon. I'll tell you what, don't be chatting back to the referee, especially when you're on the yellow cards as well. Big up there, Panov, missed the goals. Had to do something. Who scored? Obviously, Gordon, that Isaac there. Panov. Again, long searching ball for Arsenal. Again, another long ball into the penalty area. Yeah, it was Tony. It was another time, lot. Wow, Odegaard, he's dropped the biggest stinker I have seen from him in a very long time. He's had a bad game, Odegaard. Like, he's been poor, but obviously Newcastle played really well tonight, but wow. Odegaard this, Odegaard that. Arsenal, Jorginho. Jorginho again to Martinelli. What a chance that was. The ball fell to the wrong person in an Arsenal shirt there. Inside the penalty area, on the penalty spot. But again, everyone on the line there sliding in. And well done. Tell you what, Martinelli with a snapshot there. Again, not really good enough. Big up there, Mateus. When it comes to strikers, and just remember that Salah is a winger. Would you prefer Isaac before Haaland in any Liverpool team? Oh, yeah, 100% there, Mateus. 100% there. 100% there, mate. His build-up play is absolutely exceptional from Isaac. Matthias, isn't it? Everyone just focused. I think a lot of people just focus on his goals, but Declan Rice, good defending by Tonali. Newcastle need to be switched on here. Really need to be a bit better defensively. I'll tell you what a performance this has been so far. If there's any Arsenal fans, any Newcastle fans tuning in, it's been an exceptional performance by Newcastle tonight. Fully do deserve a 2-goal lead. Arsenal being extremely poor tonight. Really poor from their standard. And here we go. Arsenal loading up again. Another corner. You know what they're going to do. Or try and do. And Declan Rice. My man didn't even find anyone in that penalty area. Is he really gone for goal there? Really, Declan? Wow. Wow. But yeah, 2. Dustin, what do you think wins in the Spurs? In the Spurs. Newcastle. Big up there, Dustin. Yeah, it should be a good game against you tomorrow, mate. Dustin, I'm guessing you're a Tottenham fan, mate. Should be a good one. Should be a very good one. Yeah, we need to put in a performance in Liverpool. But if it was, not that I'd want it to be, I want to see Liverpool in the final, but I think it'd be a Newcastle. Newcastle would win that if that was the final, Dustin. Yeah, I think Newcastle have had too much for Spurs, if I'm being honest, if it was them two in the final in a couple of months' time. Or a couple of weeks' time, really. The League Cup final is quite quick, isn't it? Apologies, chat. Lewis Skelly going forward here. Declan Rice, edge the penalty area now for Arsenal. He shifted it to Timber. He's got Kaya Martinelli. Clear by Newcastle. Take your time here, Harvey Barnes. I tell you what. Why is Eddie Howe taking off Isaac? He's had an absolute nightmare here now. I get you want to keep him fresh and look after him. But from a tactical point of view, Isaac was doing that really well. Has done all season. Brings this Newcastle side up the pitch a good 20-30 yards. At the minute, Harvey Barnes has come in to the squad and he just keeps on losing the ball on every occasion. Is Wilson injured for you, or is he on the bench? I think is he out injured still? Because if Wilson's not come on. Oh no, he's injured. Another injury for Newcastle. Punched by Dubravka. A better clearance. I was just checking there on the bench, really, for Newcastle. Oh yeah, big up there, Dustin. Good to see you in the comments, mate. If you are a Liverpool fan, everyone's welcome as well. I was gonna say, welcome if you are a Tottenham fan, bud. Ball forward here for Newcastle. Newcastle's a 2-on-2 here. Harvey Barnes, left hand side, the penalty area. Oh, Harvey Barnes, lads. Harvey Barnes. Oh, no. Have you tied your shoelaces, lad? I tell you what, Harvey Barnes, lads. They need you now, Newcastle. It was a 2-on-2 opportunity. Wasn't the best of clearances, really, on that counter-attack. I think that ball needs to be a good 10, 15 yards ahead of Harvey Barnes, just so we could run on the end of it, really. Good switch here from Declan. Kai Havertz. I don't get Kai Havertz down this right-hand channel. I get Jesus has come on, but like Kai Havertz on right wing, just so ineffective. I get he's a left footer, and like, obviously you naturally want him to come on as left, but even still, just very ineffective tonight. Miggy's coming on. Miggy Almer on. Say what a servant he's been for Newcastle. For me, doesn't get enough credit, I think. Miggy Almiron. He's a solid player. But you always do need those type of squad players, really. And he does a job. As Kev said there, 0 shots on target for Arsenal. I'm a minute behind your stream, so you paused to match the time low. Also, you missed my last message 5 minutes ago about... Oh, sorry there, Kev. I was probably bloody... Yeah, where are we? Oh, sorry there, la. Everyone going on about Darwin, and when you see the state of Havertz, Jesus and Højlund, and what they were brought in for more than Darwin, shocking returns. At least Nunes goes 25 goals and assists minimum in a season. 100% there, Kev. Apologies I missed that, bud. Yeah. Nah, true there, Kev. Wait, yeah. It's going to be good, especially if Newcastle can keep a clean sheet here, chat. The meltdown. That's over. Yeah. Chat, what have you thought about Arsenal tonight? Again, this is not a surprise. This is why I had Newcastle coming into this game on prediction 2-1. Like Arsenal for the best part of the last couple of months, even up last year, really, they're just meh. Which is mad, but you'll have that excuse, oh, we've got injuries. Everyone has injuries. Liverpool's had injuries. Every team. Newcastle have got injuries as well. Don't see them whinging, do you? And suspensions. Got no Fabian Schär, no Bruno Guimaraes, no Wilson on the bench. Any other injuries for Newcastle? No, Nick Pope as well. So, what excuses are going to be tonight? Injuries. Sound. Newcastle have got injuries and they're beating you 2-0 here. So, deal with it. What a performance by Newcastle tonight. Yeah. Yeah, it's not nice, is it, Dustin? Not really nice. I think, as you said, mate, the main thing is we get the results over the line, mate. I think even if we took about 20 deflections for the next 20 goals for Liverpool, in terms of, and we won all those games 1-0, we'd be absolutely buzzing. But I think they're always the sign of every Liverpool fan. When we go for our difficult moments, certainly players as well. Obviously, we'll critique players and we'll analyse players, but certainly when it comes down to it, when they're on the pitch for Liverpool, whoever it is, we get behind them even more. Yeah, Miggy's on there, chat. Apologies. Who's he come on for? Oh, Gordon. No surprise there. Once he was already on a yellow. He's had a very good game. Him and Gordon and Isaac. Phenomenal. Phenomenal tonight. There we go, chat. It's going to be a goal kick for Newcastle. And yet again, was that another long ball by Arsenal? Wow. Yep, another long ball over the top. Again. If Arsenal don't go out and sign a striker this window, They'll be going nowhere close to even. I think they. Is it bad that they might not even get top 4? Someone's obviously with the top 5 getting Champions League, depending on obviously if the English teams do well in Europe this season, of course, then obviously we'll get 5 places in the Champions League. But I think Arsenal are one more big injury away from their season well and truly collapsing. Like, I'd even say Odegaard, but Odegaard's been non-existent. Joelinton, Tonali. I'd say they're even man-mark pressing them, but they're not. They're just like, sound Odegaard, you're playing awful tonight. We're gonna defend the space, most importantly. Like, Mesut Ozil, for me, is 10 times the player that Odegaard has been for Arsenal. Like, what a player Ozil was. But yeah, if you haven't already done so, chat. What is the matter? It's just, my camera's just turned me into a smurf. Who's messing with my camera? Tonali going forward. That's got to be a foul. Referee, are you mad? Absolute joke there, ref. Big 12 minutes left here in this game for Newcastle. Jorginho, ball over the top. Again, Kai Havertz. Again. What is Arteta thinking here? Kai Havertz is a centre forward. His best position is attacking midfielder. But for some bizarre reason, Arteta wants to turn him into this false 9 wizard up front. Put him in a central attacking position role. And you'll get the best out of Kai Havertz, like he did it by Leverkusen. Hence why he got that big money move to Chelsea. Playing him as a right winger, you're getting nothing from him tonight. That's got to be a foul there. And it's got to be a yellow card for Zinchenko as well. That's got to be a yellow card for Zinchenko. When did he come on? Apologies there, chat. Been that engrossed in the game in the chat. Zinchenko, he come on for Lewis Kelly. I think for me, very harshly taken off. Chat, if I'm being honest. Lewis Kelly's been one of Arsenal's better players tonight. There we go. But tell you what, Arsenal playing Gabriel and Saliba. Like, that's their first choice centre-back partnership. You've got the first choice goalkeeper. You've got, like, Calaflori, who's worth, 40, 50 million on the bench as well. So, I'm very surprised that Calaflori didn't start tonight, if I'm being honest. Joelinton, can you keep that in? He's done really well there, Joelinton. Down the left-hand side here now. Lewis Hall. Tell you what, he's got some engine on him, hasn't he? Well done, Joe, lad. I'll tell you what. Even the travelling Geordies, but even everyone in the comments tonight, the Geordies as well, fully do deserve this result tonight. And as I said, oh, that was out there. That's a corner. What? Oh. It was a free kick. Somehow. Arsenal going forward here now. Last chance saloon, really. 9 minutes left to go here. And Arsenal really need to quicken up the pace, really, to really try and create anything out of this game. But Declan Rice. Declan and Odegaard. So outside the foot here to find Kai Havertz. Looked like he was offside, but it's going to be a corner for Arsenal. I felt he was in an offside position there, Kai Havertz. Be interesting to see the replay on that, but say what, to be absolutely fuming Newcastle if they scored here. Arsenal off this. Big old day, Geordie. I'll tell you what, from what I hear, Odegaard is playing, despite not being fully recovered from illness, Arteta is pushing everyone really in terms of that. Yeah, it's mad, Mateus. Bit similar with us, with obviously Canate and some other players that are coming back. Ball into penalty area. I tell you what, there's an almighty scramble going on there. There's about 10 players down. I tell you what, another corner for Arsenal. Zinchenko, ball into the penalty area now. Clear to Timber. Oh, Gabriel, sorry. But again, just means from our point of view, from a Liverpool point of view, for the Reds in the chat. So yeah, this Arsenal team have played an extra, another big 90 minutes tonight. And you've got Arteta crying his eyes out about injuries. Mate, you're playing a full-strength team here. You're expecting even more injuries off the back of tonight's game or something. Yes, Kev said, Arsenal have to score 4 or 5 minimum, say James's next month, to even be in with a shout at getting to the final. 100% there, Kev. But what a performance this has been, chat. Need to keep that clean sheet. Need to keep the clean sheet tonight. Yeah, if Arsenal corners don't work, they just don't offer much else. You're spot on there, Tony. Arsenal's on the left now. Tell you what, Livramento and Lewis Hall on the wing and the full-back areas for Newcastle tonight. Special players, man. Martinelli off the left flank. Ball into the penalty area. Cleared by Botman. Joelinton again. That's got to be a foul again. And that's surely got to be a yellow card on Jesus. He's saying his shoulder barged. I swear they were moaning about that last week as well. Well done, Sergio. Tonali, man. But if someone done that to Jesus, wow, we'd be on the floor for about 20 minutes. But yeah, chat, big support on the channel tonight as well. Again, everyone, much appreciated. Oh, it's all good, Kev, all good. Yeah. Tony, I swear, like weren't Arsenal 1-0 up last week and they were just time wasting and on the watch along that we were doing with the Brighton game. And then Brighton come into the game and absolutely battered them the second half. Like, Brighton should have beat that Arsenal side if Minter actually had his head up and actually at least got it on target or pass it across to Mitoma. But Arsenal, they're going through a rocky stage at the minute. Especially the last couple of months, really. The last 12 months, Arsenal have been a million miles away from what they were doing the previous 2 years. I just don't get this approach. Chat, what are you saying on the approach from Arteta over the last 12 months? Like, I get, and everyone Arsenal fans will be going, oh, we've got the most amount of points. Well done, lads. But did you win the league? No, you didn't. The most important, like Arsenal, similar with when we've gone for league titles over the last 30-odd years, your draws absolutely kill you in a title race. Like, you need to do more than just sit behind the ball, and you need to break down teams and be effective on the ball and work really hard off the ball as well, like Newcastle have done tonight. Like, you've been so clinical, Newcastle, in terms of penalty area, but even in their own penalty area, they're putting every man on the line, really, just putting last-ditch tackles in. Cleared. Newcastle just need to soak up the pressure here now. Just try and turn the tide in terms of just keeping hold of the possession. Oh, I love it. Did you see that? Did you clock that, chat? The set piece. Coach has been told to get back in his box. Oh, what a nearly strike there. Jorginho. Yeah, did you see the fourth official telling the set piece coach to get back into his own penalty area, his own technical area? Wow. Yeah, we'll go as. I'll tell you, chat, if that United team that turned up against us plays this Arsenal side, United will win that game. I'm telling you now, they will. If it's that United that played against us on Sunday, United to get steamrolled. And I say they'll get steamrolled, they will. Oh, Saliba nearly losing that ball out just outside his own penalty area. What's he doing? Yeah, Damo. Well, we had Arsenal. Was it Arsenal bingo we had, Damo? After the and we all said chat. We all called it after the game. They'll start blaming the referees. And they probably will. I swear, if Arsenal fans blame the referee after this game, it's Arsenal bingo. Referee, injuries, blame Newcastle players or something. Or, oh yeah, there'll be that excuse. We didn't want to be going into the don't want to be going further into the competition because it's only the League Cup. That's what every team says when they get knocked out of the League Cup. Obviously, there's a second leg to this game as well, but Declan Rice shot on Sage. He's got to be offside there. Surely he's offside there, Timber. Arsenal got it down the right hand side here now. Yeah. Did he, Matthias? Well, he's been on the transfer list for a couple of seasons now, hasn't he? Ball into the penalty area. Timber to Declan Rice now. Newcastle switch on here. Last 2 minutes of this normal time. Well, last minute of 89th minute here now. Tell you what, Dustin. Yeah, both fullbacks. Clearance by Botman. Big interception there. And Dubravka's done a Pickford there, just falling on the ground. But Newcastle's fullbacks, special. Obviously, when Livramento was at Southampton, really liked him. I think everyone was like, how much he is paying? Why is it like you were saying? It was why he's paying 40 odd million for a Southampton right back? But what you're getting is potential in terms of the development as well. Oh yeah, nice one there, Natasha. I don't know why. Why's the yellow card there? Oh, that yellow card's there. Five added minutes there. Don't know why that's on. But yeah, big up there, chat. Yeah, nice one for that, Natasha. I do apologise there, chat. Had a bit of a mare with the scoreboard tonight. If you missed the first half, we forgot to start the clock on the. It was paused on the 16th minute because we were too busy celebrating the Newcastle first goal. But appreciate that chat tonight as well. I know please have really enjoyed the game tonight. Any Geordies or obviously even Arsenal fans as well. Commiserations for Arsenal. But 5 minutes left in this first leg of the Carabao Cup. First semi-final. Yeah, no worries. All good. And if you're not a regular as well, chat, if you just found the channel anyway tonight or whatnot over the last couple of weeks, sometimes I do accidentally start my streams on mute. Not intentional, by the way. Just me pressing too many buttons. But Newcastle, going to be another corner here. Another corner here now for Arsenal. And Joelinton with a shake of his head. Very disappointed. Because this is like a penalty to Arsenal. You know what they're like on these set pieces. But Newcastle, at this moment in time, have dealt with everything Arsenal have thrown at them so well. Chat. Arsenal. Kev, is that stat still continuing? Ball into the penalty area. Cleared by Harvey Barnes. Ball into the penalty area. Cleared. Zinchenko not gone too far. Let's have a quick look before we do finish off. Have Arsenal not had a shot on target? And we're what? Into the 92nd minute. Ball into that. I don't think they have they? That's surely got to be a foul on Livramento. Kelly, ball forward. Tell you what, that will be some journey. Back up to Tyneside. And lads and ladies going all the way back to Newcastle will enjoy this. If it is still 2-0, come what the final whistle. Timber down the right. Take your time, Almiron. You need to do better there, Almiron. 2 minutes left here. Just get that ball under control and just get that ball up the pitch a good 20 yards. Try and get a free kick or something. Jorginho now. Forward to Timber. Ball into the penalty area. Gabriel, he's cleared it. Tell you what, it's a great clearance by Longstaff. Well done, lads. Tell you what, has anyone seen Declan Rice tonight? It's been absolutely non-existent. Same with Odegaard. But tell you what, the lads in the Newcastle midfield tonight, superb. Not give them any time or space. Joelinton, I think probably one of my favourite Tonali performances I've seen from him in a Newcastle shirt. He's put in plenty in it already in his early Newcastle career. Chat, what are we saying, man of the match? Is it full house, really? It's Isaac, innit? It has to be anyone other than Isaac. I'd say followed, for me, second, I'd give me second man of the match as well. Isaac, then I'd go Lewis Hall, and then I'd go Gordon. Yeah, I'd say, because I tell you what, Livramento and Gordon, especially sometimes when, not a lot, but Livramento's position in play against Martinelli being superb. And Everton down that left-hand channel for Newcastle. Never a penalty, behave. David Raya now. Go on. Channel your inner Stoke, Arsenal. Get that forward. Pump it long. £100 million worth of long ball there from Rice. Go ahead, son. But chat, massive thank you for everyone that has tuned in tonight. And if you are new round here, make sure you do hit that subscribe button. Do plenty of Premier League watch-alongs as well. Champions League watch-alongs as well. Big punch by Dubravka. And most importantly, chat, you all have a lovely night, whatever you get up to. What a performance. A massive performance by this Newcastle side. And Eddie Howe fully deserve the 2-0 win. And look at Arteta. He's such a sore loser, isn't he? Tell you, the arrogance of that man. Absolute. He didn't really want to shake Eddie Howe's hand there, but he was forced to because his ego got the better of him, really. I'll tell you what. Alexander Isaac. When did Gordon get that shiner on his face there, chat? Who's he been scrapping with? But I'll tell you what. Big game and a big win for Newcastle, especially going all the way. And especially going into that second leg at St. James's Park. It's going to be absolutely huge. Let's hope Liverpool can do the job tomorrow night as well, Reds. But yeah, Tony's went with Lewis Hall for his man in the match. True there, Dustin. True there, Damo. Yeah. But yeah, big up there, chat. It's alright. Mr. Arteta. Declan Rice, 105 million. McAllister and Gravenberg, 35. Not too bad. Get in. Big up there too. Big up there, Geordie. If any of the Geordies in chat, well done. An absolutely fantastic performance by your lads tonight. But everyone, have a lovely rest of your night. And a massive thank you for for everyone that's tuned in. Very much appreciated. Again, as always, everyone. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button down below. I know we're a Liverpool channel, but everyone's welcome. There's plenty of Newcastle fans in here tonight, and obviously just try and grow as big a community as we possibly can here at Anfield Road TV as well, chat. Whatever you're doing tomorrow, going to work or whatnot, go and absolutely smash it and enjoy it. But obviously the watch along tomorrow will be on Anfield Index, of course. Mark has put obviously the channel link there as well. Massive thank you. Make sure you head over to Anfield Index and get involved with all their great content every single day, throughout the season as well. But nice one, mate. Appreciate it. As I said, I enjoy commentating on obviously any football game for that matter, really. And of course, hopefully tomorrow we can get the job done against Tottenham. Obviously, do what Newcastle have done. Get a clean sheet and get a couple of goals away from home. That would be massive for Liverpool. But chat, I will see you again tomorrow at 11 p.m. for the post-match reaction show on the channel tomorrow night. But everyone, look after yourself. Big up Panov, big up Damo, big up Justin, big up there too, big up Geordie, big up the Newcastle fans, big up there Kev and Mark, Natasha as well, Chloe, Damo, big up there Damo. I'll point to there, lad, just seeing that. Damo is Arsenal fans blaming, yeah. But we'll have some good viewing tonight, won't we? Watching Arsenal fans react. But chat, have a lovely rest of your night, and I will see you tomorrow at 11 p.m. And I will see you there. We are live on Anfield Index at 7:30 tomorrow, chat. See you there. Anyway, but look after yourselves, everyone, and have a good day tomorrow. And look after yourselves.